Gigantic Monster Experiment. The creator of Ghost Lake proved when running some gigantic experiment in his labs, and the squad needs to check up on him. Because no one heard from him, they started thinking maybe he was successful this time, so the squad need to check him out. Because if he's successful, that means the squad life just getting harder. You wanna guess what happened? His best job ever, which is a successful thing by the way, it wasn't on Kickstarter, it was a bloodless creature who can live under the water. Oh yeah, these guys need to go down on the water! And his creatures are growing like into gigantic sizes, and the squad, who are humans, needs to deal with this gigantic stuff. But that's not as easy as it sounds, because this gigantic creature who can live under the water, he's holding Karen in one of her hands. And, on the other hand, there is a live nuclear bomb. What you gonna do? Who gonna save first? The world or the woman of your life? Don't worry about Karen, she trained for this kind of situations anyway. To be honest, the story arc what we read so far feels like a riffing of the Godzilla legend or even the King Kong right now, which isn't necessarily a big problem because they are great stories and it's always fun to see how other ways you can interact with them. And to be honest, I really enjoy when a human needs to face with a gigantic creature. It's just so much fun, because the human cannot destroy cities, but this gigantic thing, just look at them and oops, there was a city. There isn't anymore! Especially this one, because this feels like a David versus Goliath story, or Will Smith at Independence Day. Best line at this story goes for this one. There is only one storm when I'm around you, Rick. The one in my heart. Aww. There is more! Raid of the Dinosaurs. The story this time is about a human radio antenna and a flying dinosaur. Yes, you heard me right. Mix up with some painting here and there. So the basics is Karen is painting pictures, but she's not painting the ones she wanna paint because something is take control over her mind and she drawing dinosaurs destroying our planet. Is she crazy? Is she crazy? Is she crazy? One of Karen's painting is one where the dinosaurs build their own spaceship to come to our planet and destroy it. Can it be real? Or someone just playing with her mind? There is only one way to figure it out, and that's kinesis. Oh yeah baby, they're gonna use Karen's thoughts to figure out what's going on in this story. If this isn't the craziest thing which you ever read, and when you think they cannot beat this idea, you are wrong again! Because they do! The dinosaurs speaking English. I think I just find my all-time favorite Suicide Squad story right now. It has a feeling of an old Star Trek, the original series touch on it, which is amazing because I'm a huge fan of that series. And there is the big question how they can beat the parallel dinosaurs world. Best line at this story goes for no chlorophy, no life. Sounds just like my motto. Oh, and there is one more story in this issue. Sometimes love giant. Tree of the Giant Eye. See? I just needed to mention the David and Goliath story, and now here we go. We got a giant, a one-eyed giant. Of course, this issue starts a bit weirdly because in the first two panels we are at Karen's exhibition, and after that we find ourselves in an army hospital when there is this guy who is the last survivor of a lost plane. And he don't remember anything, but he keep repeating a couple of words. And what Karen does? What she does? That's my favorite part of this issue. She drew a sketch about it. And on that sketch, she drew Folly Lemus, the chief of the one-eyed giants. How crazy is this? Okay, I think I needed this much time to figure out Karen's part of this story. She's the girl who needs to be kidnapped every single issue. She's the one who needs to be saved by the man, which is pretty amazing and fascinating, because this is something which you cannot really see anymore, because these days the guys get into trouble and the girls need to save them, which is even better. But it's really cool to see something really old school, what we have a chance to see, what we have a chance to do with this issue, and I really love this story because of this. And if you ask me, then I think at this point we start to understand how Marilyn Monroe could feel at her time. Okay, let's talk about the best part of this story. This will be a little bit hard to believe, but here it comes, the best part of this story. When they look at his eyes, they can see what he's thinking, just like in a movie screen. If this isn't the best giant story ever told, then I never heard a great giant story. Seriously! You can see what he thinks in his eyes. Oh yeah, and there is this David and Goliath reference in this issue as well. No romance, no heartbreak. Rick still keep refusing Karin's wishes or dreams about their relationship, which start to get to be a little bit more annoying than it was between Sam and Diane on Cheers. Especially after he ended up the last issue with, "You know I want to kiss you, so just kiss her, please." I swear to you, Cheers was nothing against this love story.